The city of New York, a beautiful city, one of the greatest in the world.
There's so much to do and see in New York, but aside from the tourist attractions, this city is also a place where people live, a place where people work, a place where people spend all of their lives.
And that's where things can get complicated.
New York is a city that has experienced a multitude of changes throughout the years, for better or worse. Several decades ago, New York was a city in decay. Many neighborhoods became characterized with urban rot and crime. As an example, here we are in the South Bronx, the birthplace of hip-hop. The Bronx is known for being the roughest borough, an image that has been garnered through high crime rates and subsidized housing.
But for a while, things have been changing.
Hopping off the 7 train at Queensboro Plaza takes us to Long Island City, a neighborhood characteristic of those changes. This area that used to be an industrial neighborhood has had a lot of residential and commercial development in recent years, as we can see with these high-rise buildings and more on the way.
In fact, that's been happening in many places.
My own neighborhood in Brooklyn has seen this development, and I'm a witness to that myself. A few years ago, a local supermarket was removed for the sake of one of these projects.
Now, aside from the massive inconvenience to residents, it can also lead to rising rent prices for the area, which might be fine for some that are coming into the area, but it won't be fine for many that already live there or for many others that want to live there.
Here in Bed-Stuy, the percentage of non-Hispanic whites increased from 3% to 25% in 15 years. Even in the South Bronx, these changes are happening, high-rise developments and all.
The word that exists for this process might be a familiar one, but it's gentrification. Wealthier people move in and bring along with them new developments into an area.
Now, it's not a bad thing for new people to move into the neighborhood, of course, and to be fair, the city has decreased in terms of crime, which of course is a good thing. But the negative effect of these changes is that people who've lived here for many years can't afford to live here anymore. They're effectively forced out.
And not being able to afford living here is a big problem.
New York is an expensive city, and if people get pushed out, where are they going to go? Many are pushed into less desirable living conditions, or worse, homelessness. They might even have to leave the city altogether. New York has over 70,000 homeless people living in its borders, and a large portion of the city lives at or near the poverty line. This city is expensive, and it's not getting any cheaper, and that has real consequences.
So what can we do? Well, I can't really say.
New York is still a great city. People shouldn't have to leave the city. But with the current situation regarding housing, many inevitably will.
I have one suggestion, which would be more robust rent regulation in order to prevent massive increases in rent. But anyway, like I said earlier in this video, New York is a city that has changed a lot. But with the situation being as it is, future changes might not be for the better.